Got those too. Yep.
All right. So welcome those who are on the call, those who are viewing the recording. This is the first of many breathwork circles I will be leading. My name is Nate, or Nathaniel Baumgardner of Innate Flow, and I will be guiding you through this ceremony. I invite you to grab a pen and pad if you have access to one, to find a safe, comfortable spot, not driving a car, not operating any heavy machinery that may put you in harm's way. If you feel called to, I invite you to create as much ceremony around this as feels right to you. You may burn some sage, some Palo Santo. I have some essential oils here that I will be using, and just get comfortable. And I would like to request your permission. Consent is not implied in you being on this call, you watching this recording. So if I have permission to take you into a deep space of connection to your higher self, into a space of magic, I invite you to give me an affirmative on the line, or to give me a thumbs up if that is comfortable, if that feels right to you. And if that does, I invite you to write down your intention for this session. Reflect on what you are anchoring into that is new. What is your soul calling you towards? That is calling you to push an edge into a space of discomfort on your hero's journey, on your heroine's journey through life in this space you find yourself in. And I will take you briefly through the breaths that we will be going into. The first is the triangle, and that looks like an in, hold, and out. An in, hold, and out. The next is the ocean, and that is in and out. In and out. Next is the double ocean breath. In, out, out. In, out, out. And I will be providing guidance as to whether you should be breathing in through the nose, in through the mouth, out through the nose, out through the mouth. And if I don't provide guidance, just do whatever feels right for you. Whatever feels most natural, whatever is intrinsic to your breathing pattern. The next breath we'll be going through is the box breath. And that's going to look like in, hold, out, hold. In, hold, out, hold. And the next breath is an intense breath. It's why I call it the super breath. It looks like in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. And you're going to be going deep into the breath space, into the connective space with this deep breath. These are the primary breaths we'll be using. When we're not using these breaths, we'll come back to a slow in through the nose, out through the nose, as we find the space in between the breaths, in between the songs, to reset our nervous system. The invocation. There is one power, and this power is full soul connection, in direct relationship with source consciousness. We in this circle are a direct manifestation of this power. We, as a representation of all, call in this awareness for our own healing and creation in its perfect expression for this moment, for the good of all, according to the free will of all, and so must it be. Now, I invite you to find a comfortable space, to settle into your body, get any micro movements out, to begin breathing in and out of the nose, finding your comfortable space inside of yourself. With this, we're going to be doing the ocean breath, and it's going to look like this. Deep into the belly, through the mouth, out through the mouth. Deep into the belly, through the mouth, out, long and slow through the mouth. Continuing at that pace. Like a tidal wave, in and out. Breathing into your heart space. Reflecting on where you are holding constriction in your life. Deep in through the mouth, long, slow out of the mouth. Staying with that ocean breath in and out of the mouth. Returning to yourself, breathing into your heart. On the next exhale, letting your lungs empty. Letting your lungs empty and finding the stillness at the bottom of the breath. Now pulling all the way in through the nose, deep in, filling up, filling up, filling up, and releasing out. Releasing the need to be anything besides what you are right now. Releasing long and slow out of the mouth. Where is there fear holding you back? Where are you allowing that fear to hold you? And what is past that holding? Finding the stillness in and out of the nose. Finding the space. Barely perceptible breath in and out of the nose. Blow in and out of the nose, staying with that breath. Minimizing any movement of the belly in this space of release. Feeling your perfect breath in and out of the nose. On this next breath, we're going to be doing the ocean breath again, this time in and out of the nose. And it will be present for you, the pace of that breath. In and out, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe it in. Breathe out.
They say it's all going down, yeah, all gone down, but from your center you can see it's just going up and around.
Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth.
Feel the breath within the breath, take it in and take it down underground. Feel the rhythm slowing down to the speed of sound.
Stay with it, in and out.
Only take away your peace today.
In and out.
Back to the breath and it can all melt away. Give in, give out. Give in, give out. No longer looking outward for what lies inside. No need to ever cut or sever.
On this next exhale, allow the breath to hold at the bottom. Holding the exhale at the bottom, finding stillness on that exhale. The answer always seems to be the same.
The answer always seems to be the same.
And deep in and out. In and out. Breathing deep in through the nose to the belly.
Let it out, let it in, let it out. Less and less I'm thinking more and more, and for sure now more and more I'm thinking less and less, no stress. Bring it in, bring it out, bring it in, bring it out. It's so simple that it's easy not to see or believe, but you're exactly where you need to be, so just breathe. Worry will not take away your trouble tomorrow, only take away your peace today. Worry will not take away your pain, your sorrow, bring it back to the breath.
And breathing all the way in on your next inhale, pulling all the way in, sipping in, sipping in, sipping in, all the way at the top. I want you to hold with your lungs full, with your heart full, finding the space, finding the no mind. The answer always seems to be the same. Releasing out of the mouth, long and slow. Long and slow out of the mouth. Returning to that nasal breath. In and out of the nose. That slight breath. That barely perceptible breath in and out of the nose. On this next breath, we'll be doing a triangle breath. When the beat drops, releasing. That's going to look like in and hold and out and in and hold and out and in and hold and out and in and hold and out. Staying with that, riding the beat, finding the edges of your triangle, bringing intention to these edges. Allow the edges to become the foundation of connection to your innate self, your wisdom, your spirit. As you bring intention, allow yourself to surrender into the clarity of your spirit. Finding the edge, finding the shape, finding your own edge. Staying with the triangle. On the next inhale, pulling all of the way in, pulling all the way in, all the way in, all the way to the top, and hold. Holding at the top. Finding that space. Releasing long and slow out of the mouth, aperture of the lips. Long, slow. Coming back to the nasal breath. In and out of the nose. Whatever feels natural for you. In and out of the nose. Minimizing the movement of the belly, minimizing your awareness of the breath. And on this next song, we're going to be breathing with more intensity. We're going to be breathing the super breath, and I will guide you through that. It will be fully in through the mouth and out of the mouth. And I will tell you when to start. Staying with the nasal breath. And it will start now. In, out. In, out. Allowing the intensity to build, allowing the oxygen to build in your system. In, out. In, out. And as you build the oxygen in your system, where are you also building the compassion in your system? The compassion for your humanity, for your fallibility, for the present moment, for the love in your life, the capacity for love, the opportunities for love.
son of the chosen. Blessing it a flow like the hose them. It is there for me, it is there for you. If you start to see, then you find the truth. Higher heights to see, like a kite will fly.
And as you oxygenate your body, it may start to get a little uncomfortable. You may start to feel lightheaded. Your fingers may start to tingle. Allow those sensations to be. Allow yourself to be curious. Allow yourself to move into any sense of discomfort with grace for yourself.
Unruly, we can't trust them friend no more. Can't make them feel we again because them switch up before. When them see the Jude and the lion a roar, bad mind same sick when them me have a cure. Runkus say we blessing them and pull up your lure. Man in a boot a sweat when them they home a snore.
It is there for me, it is there for you. If you start to see, then you find the truth. Higher heights to see, like a kite will flew.
And now pulling all the way in, all the way in, all the way in, and holding at the top. Elevated in a space of compassion for yourself, for the world, for the present moment. Staying with this inhale, staying with this retention.
Drop it bomb like a C4. Babylon where we live poor. My life sweet like a inshore. Blessings are flow and we get more.
You must feel what you elevate. You feel what you elevate. They must feel what you elevate.
Releasing long and slow out of the mouth. This next breath will be a double ocean breath. In, out, out. And I will tell you when to start. Coming back to the nasal breath, in and out of the nose, the barely perceptible breath. In, out, out. In through the mouth, in through the mouth. Out through the mouth, out through the mouth. Going deep into the belly, deep out. Deep in, deep in. Deep out, deep out. Allowing this breath to expand your awareness for yourself, for your space. We are greater than we think we are. And that greatness comes from our connection to our heart. Staying with that double ocean breath. And on your next inhale, bringing it all the way in, sipping in, sipping in, sipping in, and finding that space at the top. Finding the space at the top of this breath. Finding the stillness. And releasing long, slow out of the mouth, long, slow out of the mouth, and coming back to the ocean breath. In, out, out. In through the mouth, in through the mouth. Out through the mouth, out through the mouth. In, out, out. In, out, out. Releasing long and slow out of the mouth. If you need an inhale through the nose once, and exhale, and find the stillness at the bottom of this next breath. Finding the stillness at the bottom of the breath. Finding the stillness. Finding your heart. Allow the hold to feel natural. Allowing yourself to push past any physical discomfort, the air hunger. And when you truly need to breathe in through the nose, breathe in through the nose. And come back to that in and out, that barely perceptible breath in and out of the nose. Again, finding the stillness of no mind. And as you sit in this in through the nose, out through the nose, this next breath, we're going to be ramping up intensity. We're going to be ramping into the super breath. And I will guide you into that space. It will be both in through the mouth, out through the mouth, in through the mouth, in through the mouth, out through the mouth.
My life be like,
And I will let you know when to start. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. In, out, in, out. Building up the oxygen. Sometimes we fall, sometimes we slip. Where can we call in the compassion?
Search for the equation to persuasions I'm used to. Find a comfort in the zones of closet bones I get loose to. A mountain is Fontaine, spinning in monsoon and grinning this high octane. Explosive how I came, rolling down the hills cause life's a hassle. Encircled by my folly like a moat around the castle. Stay afloat, catch a second wind thin is the air I breathe. Teary-eyed nose running, wipe the
Staying with the super breath as you oxygenate your body. Breathe into any physical discomfort, any numbness, any tetany, any clenching of the fingers. and letting all the way out, finding space at the bottom of the breath, finding stillness at the bottom of the breath. The breath suspension. And see how long you can go within this breath suspension, staying in the space for another 40 seconds. And in 5 seconds, pulling all the way in, all the way in, all the way in, all the way in, and holding at the top, and releasing out, releasing long and slow out, in, out, in, out, coming back to the super breath, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Staying with it. And pulling all the way in, all the way in, all the way in again. Finding the stillness. And this next breath will be a box breath, fully in and out through the mouth. I will let you know when to start. In and hold and out and hold. In and hold and out and hold. Staying with the square, the shape that you are creating, the foundation you are creating in your life, the stability, staying with the box, going deep inside of ourselves to see what lies beneath all of the masks we present to the world and bringing it in. Bringing in whatever you called in and releasing whatever is not. Whatever is not in your fullest authenticity. Whatever is a mask you wish to release. Whatever is an attachment you wish to release. What fear are you holding on to? What are you afraid to shine the light on? What are you afraid to release? What has been so permeated through your identity that has become something that has become you, that no longer serves you? With each exhale, I invite you to release that. We are learning ourselves, discovering who we are, without the suffering, without the attachment to each of our small identities. Who are you? Bringing in that power. I am. And on your next inhale, bringing it all the way in, all the things you're calling forth, all of the things you're moving into that is in the alignment with your greatest, with your highest, with your truest, most authentic power. Filling yourself up with that and holding that inside of you. And this next breath is going to be even more explosive of a super breath. Releasing out, releasing out. It's going to be an in, out through the mouth. And I will let you know when to start. Just centering yourself. And now, in, out, out. In, out, through the mouth. Out through the mouth. Finding that depth, finding that shadow. And pulling all the way in, finding the top of this breath, all the way in, and holding at the top. Finding who you are in the depth of yourself. That truth, that space within you. Staying with the inhale, staying with that retention, with your lungs full. Releasing long and slow, long and slow out. Finding that nasal breath, that imperceptible breath in and out of the nose. Finding peace. Before we go back in, peace within you that is infinite, the creative space that is infinite. And in a second, coming back, in, out, in, out. In, out. Moving deeper into what you uncovered, deeper into what you are constantly uncovering as you learn yourself. And on your next inhale, pulling all the way again, pulling all the way in and finding the top of this retention. No more oxygen can fit in your lungs. You are full. Your heart is full. Your soul is full. You are in direct connection with your highest self. Holding as long as you need to, as you are able to, in this deep space of awareness, of love, of truth. Holding it as long as you are able into this next song. And when you need to release, release long and slow out of the mouth. And holding as long as your lungs, as your heart, as your body has the capacity to. When you need to release, coming back to that slow, natural nasal breath.
Beyond all polarities,
in and out of the nose.
Let the judgments and opinions of the mind be judgments and opinions of the mind. And you exist behind that. Ah, so. Ah, so. It's really time for you to see through the absurdity of your own predicament. You aren't who you thought you were. You just aren't that person. And in this very lifetime, you can know it. Right now. The real work you have to do is in the privacy of your own heart. All of the external forms are lovely. But the real work is your inner connection. If you're quiet when you meditate, if you truly open your heart, just quiet your mind. Open your heart. Quiet the mind, open the heart. How do you quiet the mind? You meditate. How do you open the heart? You start to love that which you can love and just keep expanding it. You love a tree, you love a river, you love a leaf, you love a flower, you love a cat, you love a human. But go deeper and deeper into that love. Till you love that which is the source of the light behind all of it. Behind all of it. You don't worship the gate, you go into the inner temple. Everything in you that you don't need, you can let go of. You don't need loneliness. Well, you couldn't possibly be alone. You don't need greed because you already have it all. You don't need doubt because you already know. The confusion is saying, I don't know. But the minute you are quiet, you find out that in truth you do know. For in you, you know. Plane after plane will open to you. I want to know who I really am. As if in each of us, there once was a fire. And for some of us, there seem as if there are only ashes now. But when we dig in the ashes, we find one ember, and very gently we fan that ember. Blow on it, it gets brighter, and from that ember we rebuild the fire. Only thing that's important is that ember. That's what you and I are here to celebrate. That though we've lived our life totally involved in the world, we know. We know that we're of the Spirit. The ember gets stronger. Flame starts to flicker a bit. And pretty soon you realize that all we're going to do for eternity is sit around the fire.
Allowing yourself to notice what resonance is present for you when the music stops. What reverberates within you? What reverberates without you? And I invite you to begin bringing your awareness back to your own personal space, to your body, to your fingers, your toes, your hands and your feet, slowly moving them, slowly bringing reverberation to the stillness, slowly bringing a newness into your life that you have called forth into the collective, into your reality. Slowly bring yourself back, taking any stretches, perhaps moving your arms over your head, moving your neck, moving your shoulders, finding yourself in this expansive, heart open space. And I invite you to pull out your journal when you are ready and spend the next couple of minutes writing out all that you received within this space. What is new for you? What did you release? What has been forged within you? In what you bring to your path, your hero's journey, your heroine's journey. In your vulnerability, in your bravery. Going 30 more seconds. Finish up any thoughts, any emotions, any stories. Because this is all a story. This is your story. And you get to choose what it is that you create with your life in the absence of the fear, of the shame, of the self-victimization. Your life is your creation. And when you feel ready to come back to this call, I invite you to turn on your video, turn on your microphone, Feel free, Justin. How did you experience that? I'm not getting any audio from you. Feel free to drop in the chat. No audio still. All right. While Justin is calling back in, I would like to speak to you briefly about the microdosing immersion that I am kicking off in 2.5 weeks. If this experience resonated with you, connecting deeply with yourself, if you are a seeker who is looking to heal and use plant medicine in an intentional and integrative way, would love to have anyone who may have that calling to book a call with me, jump on, would love to discuss with you what your intentions are, what you would like to move into this new space to create, and how I can support you in that creation. Justin, you're back on. Did you have any closing thoughts on your experience? I'm still not hearing you. Let me got my headphones off. I thank you all for joining. I'm sending you all love. And if you are viewing the recording, please let me know what your experience was, what you received, and if there is anything new for you that is coming through. Thank you.